Luka switched on his walkie-talkie.
Wait, there's darts at Augustus's face. That's awful. Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luka pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Yeah, you fuck. Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luka quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luka, you never fail to impress. What is that slipper lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luka, I think we're close. The next door's marked 13806.
Once again, Luka scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Solomon! Crap, we've got company. Luka, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go. Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luka. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. No, you weren't. Oh man, no water cups. Rollo! Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Oh, smart! Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Oh, look, it's just standing there. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following up on what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mum. Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy I finally used the Young Hammer Slab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempest liquimine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it tempusicramine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of tempusicramine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But tempusicramine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. Harnessing tempusicramine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities. They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mum, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like now. Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luka, we've got Dr. Modwell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. I don't like Solomon. This is creepy. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system. Time card logs. Payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luka tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Oh, fuck you. Oh, look at your table. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luka held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rollo. Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me, I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else huddle up. No, they're putting so much trust in Solomon. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Mulwill, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it. Tempest Liquamine! You discovered how to reverse the process!
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Mulwill. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luka.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luka jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luka, over here! Move another inch and I'll smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded.
No!
Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something greater. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luka, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Shit.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luka. Give me a minute to calm my mind. What do you have to say, Rollo? I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo, you just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost. Hey. I'm sorry, Luka. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time ruins all heals. Time wounds all heals? Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luka, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luka, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luka's face.
Did she... Is she... She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luka was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
This is gonna be
Chapter 8.
The freeze.
Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Yay, Gran. Well, Mum. Gran, what are you doing here? Luka, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas, Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Beck, what did you do?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luka. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... change? Let's try change.
Might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
It made him a baby! Holy crap, he's a baby! Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father. Young Sharper. That would be a great help, thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now. He made him a baby!
Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luka, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism.
Yay!
And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Luka. In my pajamas. Put on my jumper. Should I make my bed? Nope. Okay. Check my walkie-talkie. Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. Check in with Rollo at the treehouse. Is he still an adult?
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom. And now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
gran. She's still gran. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. Yay. I wish they could, like, reverse your age though, Mum. And go see Dad. Oh, no, he's not there. They know where he is now. Oh, he sneezed. Sorry, so cute. Oh. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo, 1 Luka rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Alona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. She's planting trees. That's awesome. Oh, hi, Sharp. No, Augustus. Hi. Hey, Gus. How's the tree planting going? He looks so happy. Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Alona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I can be proud of. You get it, Gus. I want to go see everyone. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. Alona, and I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Wonderful. I better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Damn it, I wanna go see everybody else. Oh. Luka, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, and honest to goodness. Flip-flopping, swim-swamming, fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What do you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. Yay! A little higher. Yep. Little lower. Yep. Little higher. Yup. I'm telling ya, that angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. He's still an adult. Luka, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck. Wonderful. Come on, Rollo. Boop, boop, boop. My bestest bud in the whole world. Hello, Heiress. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper, doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Mobile, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really all I can do is try and hope. Two activities I'm endeavouring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out whenever we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
Aww. That would be acceptable. Aww. Hello. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I heard there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work in his craft. Get shit on. I can go in. We're gonna go in and see. Where are you going?
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me, would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me, I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends. I'll be a feather in the wind. You going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mum to thank. Why's that? She didn't tell you yet. You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine, I'll wait. She didn't tell me. Mom! I should check at dawn. Ah, I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City. And they offered me an internship. Oh, that's great. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mineshaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals. Sort of writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget us when you become a big fancy city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha! We both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition. She's right. I'll never stop. Alright, let's go see Beck. Mr. Nuncreed, why are there so many bunnies? Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. Why is there so many bunnies? Oh, Jeff's wild ride? Oh my
With perennial
god.
harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on, come on. No one's too big, no one's too small. for just wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Me. That's amazing. Oh, guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynasties Titius. And that's good? It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the country. Hell yeah. Can we go up here? Oh, still looks shady as shit. Well, kind of glad that they're still blocked up. Where's my bestie back? I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in! It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root worthy. You're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. What is that? My mom's prepared this treat, especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Oh, I'm gonna go do that now. We're gonna go on Jeff's old ride. Hell yeah. Oh, maybe we should check in with some of the other characters too, though. Like, we should go in and see everyone in here. Yeah, hey.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
Aww. But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they're studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Wow. Wanna go see you, hi? I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. But I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh, maybe I'll do that.
Luka peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Yeah, get it, girl. Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Sure thing. Oh, that's nice. Doo-boo, doo-boo. Probably should go see... I missed a couple places in here. I didn't go south. Or to the coffee club. I'm gonna go to the coffee club. Jesus. The coffee shop is what I meant to say. Hello. Luka, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Zariel, you gotta come... Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. I did their accents backwards. Oh well. Zariel, you gotta come see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Oh, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I'd think you're proud of something. Pfft, as if I... No. It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares. Well, I feel like those accents suited them better anyway. Why did it take me this long to figure that out? Yay, everybody else. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey, Luka, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something alright. Oh my god, this is your dad? Hey. Luka, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, I'm just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mum we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back. Terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Yeah, I'm glad I talked to everybody. That's a giant watermelon. Alright, I think we've finally hit peak. Time to go down Jeff's wild ride. Oh, I don't know if I'm even ready to say goodbye to everyone. Oh my god, there's too many bunnies. There's too many bunnies. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, man.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for.
Oh.
Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it.
Oh.
But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Okay. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now? Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh god. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Oh, Luka, buddy. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go, but that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Oh man, that got me a little bit. Oh, it's at the end. That was oh, I blew the candle out. Oh, it died. Okay, craziness. That was insanely fun for me. That was a really fun little story. Actually, some parts were quite shocking to me. I did not see them coming. Kirsten Myers, I don't know if I said that right, but amazing job as the storyteller. Really, really good voice acting. That was very, very fun. I think Rollo's my favorite character ever. I love her. I love him so much. I can't believe though, like at the end they just all stay older. That's craziness. I guess that's life. I really, really enjoyed this game. I'm really, really glad I played it. There were so many little moments that I think touch on some really important points. I love the overarching theme of the grief that Luka has to, I guess, work through, process, because, you know, at the beginning of this game, there's clearly some unresolved things that he hasn't worked through. And he went on a crazy journey with his best buddy in the whole world by his side the whole time. He made some new friends, invited in some old enemies into the fold, and it was very heartwarming at the end. And he got his mum back, which was crazy. That I'm still not over that. Out of all of that, I didn't see that coming. It's also really nice though that they've not like ostracized certain characters. Like Mr. Nuncreed was a very great character in my opinion. Like he had he did the wrong thing, but it showed that he could clearly be redeemed in the end. And I'm glad that he was, you know, not exiled, I guess, for it. I'm glad some people went to prison. Mr. Kerr definitely deserved to go. That man was insane. And I'm pretty sure he was the one murdering people. So, yeah, I'm really glad I played this. I'm kind of sad it's over, to be honest, but I'm going to let the rest of the credits play and roll out, and I will catch you guys in the next amazing story we decide to go on together. Have a good one, guys. Bye.